So whenever I visit college campuses for events, I really wish I was paid to do a long talk with all the students to tell them everything I wish I knew coming into college. Especially as Asian Americans, I feel like we are taught that our value is directly tied to our SAT scores and the type of college that we have been chosen to attend. Because that's what most of our parents know how to define success. Their success has always been tied with the university that they go to, because university should always lead to a very set and well-known established type of job, because that's how you got a job 30 to 40 years ago, was by getting a good major. And when I think back on UC Berkeley, here are a few things I think about. I just started thinking more about UC Berkeley because I heard that the school year is starting soon. I thought about college, in the context of Charlottesville. If you want to see me talk about Charlottesville itself, you can just take a look at my Twitter. I'm not going to be talking about it here. I was expected to think about my future when I didn't even have that much knowledge about how the world even worked. Hey, capitalist society means you gotta start learning how to be useful as soon as you can, right? Going to UC Berkeley was like this weird mix of being laid back but also really high pressure. I know that those are two really opposite things. I'm gonna try to explain what I mean. It was laid back in the fact that there were like really fun social events. Like the buildings coexisted pretty well with nature and just the trees within the school. I kind of started thinking about this because some international students were telling me that there was almost no nature in the schools in their countries sometimes. There was this hipster culture also that Berkeley is known for, and there was a desire for everybody to be socially conscious. And you get to hang out in San Francisco, the Castro district. Yeah, like the people in the area just have like this really chill vibe to them. Not lazy, but chill. The high pressure came from, well, the fame of the school, right? Pressure from like what it means to go to a school that's UC Berkeley. The place where, because you have moms and dads who want their kids to go to this school. And it was high pressure, especially because, I'm an Asian American person going to UC Berkeley as an engineering major. And, the classes themselves are pretty demanding. Like, how could you not go to UC Berkeley and not take yourself seriously as a student, right? You are expected to be excellent by the world to a degree. And I realize that this isn't just about UC Berkeley. This is about like all prestigious schools. All the Ivy Leagues, of course. I'm not trying to say like, oh, it was harder to be in UC Berkeley than it would be in an Ivy League school. Definitely not what I'm saying. Those pressures, they're really big burdens to take on as a young person who isn't even in their 20s yet, assuming that you go straight from high school to college, because I don't even know if my parents would even have let me go from high school, take a break, and then go to college. And there are so many things that you should be learning that the schools don't teach you when you're in college. Assuming that you are living in a dorm or like an apartment situation and you're not living close to home, like how to cook, how to avoid flies in your apartment, how to date, how to handle personal finances, how to just keep yourself alive. If you're not from the area, there are a lot of things you're going to have to learn on top of taking those really difficult classes. And I think that's really why I hesitate to take compliments from new friends who hear, I went to UC Berkeley for engineering. People look at me with like this friendliness and impressed expression, but they also look at me with a degree of intimidation, like, oh wow, you got into Berkeley, like you are smarter than me. It's weird because they assume that I'm automatically the brilliant, genius, nerdy person that I actually was always jealous of in my programming classes. When in reality, I barely squeak by in more of my classes than I would like to admit. I'm a smart person, and I have a lot of pride as a Berkeley alum, but I'm never quite sure how to qualify this automatic perception that people have of me when I tell them I went to Cal. I think the main thing I want to convey is that your higher education experience is what you make of it. Going to UC Berkeley or even an Ivy League school of any kind doesn't automatically mean that your life is set. If that is decided, or that, because you're in this well-known school, that your life is going to be automatically better than everyone else's. And I really want to say that because that's what I was told when I was in high school and trying to apply to colleges. I also find it strange that you are expected to decide on a major as if you are deciding your life's trajectory. You're not. I promise you, I truly believe that the prestige of whatever school you go to doesn't matter, because it's still the choices you make and the growth you want to pursue that will determine your success. I've been wanting to make something like this for a while because the beginning of my academic career as like a UC Berkeley person was really, really scary. Like there was just so many things that I wish someone told me about, and there were just so many misconceptions that I had to unlearn on my own. We live in an age where there's just so many different ways to like find success and to carve your own path. Yeah, like don't take that for granted, and like know that you'll be okay as long as like you work hard on something that you're really passionate about. That doesn't hurt people. I can't believe I have to say that. Here we are. As usual, I hope that you were kind to yourself this week. I hope that you continue to be kind to yourself this week, or we'll start. I will be posting a poll on my Patreon page this week, I think, to get questions for a Q&A video, because I haven't done those in a while, and I really like them. People seem to like using that as a way to connect. So if you're interested, please join my Patreon page. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you next week. Okay? Bye.